Hello everyone, I'm Aditya and I have joined Akash BYJU'S in 2021. I live in a family of 4 where my father is an IT engineer, my mom is a homemaker and my younger brother studies in 7th standard. I was interested in research from a very young age and I really wanted to pursue medicine as a career. But I was inspired by the doctors during the COVID pandemic when they worked as frontline workers and saved us day in and day out. That's when I decided that I want to finalize medical as my decision. It is one of the best institutes for medical preparation in our country according to its amazing NEET UG results, and also it was close to my house. I first thought when I joined Akash that it would have a very unhealthy competition and a lot of exam stress, but it turns out that you learn more from peer-to-peer competition and it's also a healthy competition, so you get to learn and improve on it. ANTHE is a national talent hunt exam written by all Akash BYJU'S students, and I got to know more about ANTHE from the website as well as from the branch. I saw this as an opportunity to move forward and get a better peer group that will help me to improve forward. I was able to secure an ANTHE rank of 499 All India, and I was able to avail the 100% scholarship that benefited me along the way. NEET is less of an out-of-box type of test. It's more of a test based on consistency and effort. If a person puts more effort day in and day out without skipping a single day, they'll be able to ace NEET with no problem. If your basic concepts are strong and your understanding is good, then even the most complex questions you'll be able to answer and make no silly mistakes, which is a major part of NEET. NEET prep is similar to board prep in the sense that physics, chemistry, biology follow the same syllabus. The only difference is in the pattern of the exam. Where NEET is a multiple choice based, board exam is more of a subjective exam. The only thing we have to focus on during board exam is writing the answers long and detailed. For that, the base is again the same, it's NCERT. So for board preparation, it's not much required that you spend a lot of your time apart from NEET. If you're focusing more on NEET, spend your time on NEET, practice questions regularly. Even if board exam, let us say it is day after tomorrow, practice at least 10 to 15 questions every day so that you have a good practice of the questions that will be asked during NEET. NCERT is a major source for all the questions that are asked in NEET. You can get all the answers for every single NEET exam that has been conducted in the past 3 years based on solely texts from NCERT. I would advise, if you're studying for NEET, revise NCERT at least 6 or 7 times for biology and chemistry. For physics also, just go through the textbook at least once or twice to understand the topics which are theory based. Along with that, I also learned NCERT through my repeated errors and analysis of those errors. I also learned NCERT text through Know Your NCERT and NCERT maps, which helped me revise NCERT better. Also, a lot of the questions in the study package were from NCERT and NCERT based. Those questions helped me to understand those concepts from NCERT and as well as from package in a much more comprehensive and advanced way, which may be asked during NEET. I had revised NCERT most probably around 8 times by now, which was prior to board exams. After board exams, I realized that I had a lot of weak topics that I couldn't cover before board exams. So what I did was, I went with those topics to the teachers, I asked them doubts, I solved the questions, again asked doubts, and when the teachers solved my doubts, I understood the topic and perfected it. Since NEET is an exam that assesses all of your topics, all of your chapters, you have to focus even on the smallest of topics, because even those topics can cause a lot of mistakes and those mistakes can cost you. So it's better to focus on your mistakes, clarify them in the starting so that later on when the FTS or the intensive test starts, you won't have much of a problem regarding that. The FTS and intensive tests that were conducted by Akash BYJU'S were very helpful in increasing my marks from a very low level of around 640 to a level which I'm very proud of saying around 690 to 700. Finally, in the NEET exam, I was confident, I was sure that my topics are clear, and I had no doubt in my mind. I was calm and composed on the day, and it is all due to the effort of the intensive tests and the FTS. I had made it a habit of following discipline in my life, as well as to have a certain limit to which I will be using the mobile phones or the social media. And also for studies wise, I used to keep a certain limit of how much I have to study in a day. Let us say if I'm studying for 4 hours, I have to study for 4 hours no matter what. After 4 hours, I will probably think of using the phone before sleeping, which is probably 15 minutes after I fall asleep. So it's not much of a distraction unless you make it one. You have to stay disciplined and you have to stay focused, which is the main goal NEET. My experience at Akash BYJU'S was more of a favorable one. It was where in 11th I had access to iTutor, and since it was the COVID time, I was able to use the facility of iTutor for giving tests, for revising some of my lectures that I missed during online classes. And also sometimes when I felt like I was not up to the mark, I gave certain practice tests, daily practice tests, which helped me to gain confidence in my abilities. Also, along with that, the usual faculty is good, the facilities are good, obviously, and the classroom is AC provided, and you get the study packages on time, you get pretty much all the tests on time, results, answer keys, everything on time. And you also get a very healthy peer-to-peer competition that helps you to move forward, improve on yourself, and continuously revise, not lose that consistency during your preparation for NEET. My advice for 2020 for NEET aspirants will be: focus on your own strategy, try to develop your own strategy. Whatever I say or any other topper will say might not work with your strategy. The basic thing is to develop your own strategy, work with it, focus on your mistakes. The silly mistakes are the ones that count in the exam. Try to reduce it, practice every day, don't leave the consistency, and always don't give in to demotivation. Focus, you can do it. All the best.